welcome to Stadium Unplugged. Now today I will be sitting down with yet another sporting icon to find out who he is away from the sport that has made him a household name. Now this guy I'm about to speak with is a Formula One legend. He tasted success twice as a world champion, having started his career at the age of 18. Storming his way in the karting championship scene, his victories resulted in the promotion to the speedy world of F1 with Team Lotus in 1991. 2 years later, he joined Team McLaren, where he drove alongside legends of the sport, Michael Andretti and Ayrton Senna. In his 8 years with McLaren, the Flying Finn, as he was nicknamed, never failed to finish in the top 8 of the World Championships. Hailing from a small town in Helsinki, this Finn has amassed 420 career points, having stood on the podium 51 times in 165 races. This includes 20 wins right up to the 2001 United States Grand Prix. We are honoured to have Mika Hakkinen on Stadium Unplugged. You come from Vanta, and Vanta is known for churning out ice hockey players, not race car drivers. So how did you pick driving over becoming a big burly ice hockey player?
Well, we have 4 seasons in Finland. We have a very cold winter, and it's quite a long one, and the summer is quite short. Only about 3-4 months there is a nice weather. So automatically a lot of young people heading towards the ice hockey sport. And what I did also, I tried that also, but I wasn't good at it. I wasn't good at it, and or not good enough. And ice hockey, it's a very, and today it's even more challenging than it was my time. The parents have to take you to training, I think 5 times a week, and even the kid is like 7 years old, they have to go minimum, I think 4 or 5 times a week for training. So I wasn't keen to do that. I was not so interested to stay on in an ice hockey stadium and just to practice that. It was not interesting for me. So I ended up in motor racing, and it was much more fun. It was a summer sport. Even the summer was quite short, but still it was my kind of sport, and I concentrated on motorsport.
Okay, so 3-4 months in summer, you've got good weather to race. But how about all the other time? What were you doing on all the winter time? If you weren't good enough in ice hockey, what were you playing?
Well, that's the secret. That's the secret, I think. I started, when you get certain level, you start racing international level. So you are ending up different countries where the weather is better. But the reality is, in my case, the secret was not quantity, it was the quality. And it was great to finish the season because it was very tiring at the summertime. So when the winter time came, you had time to do other sports, concentrate on school, and you build up your motivation back. When the summer was there, you were ready to go flat out again. And if I would do sport like go-karting 12 months in a year, I think I would lose. When I was a kid, I think I would lose my motivation. I think I would not be fun.
So it was fun, and you were not good enough at ice hockey. I'm just compiling all the reasons here why you got into motor racing. But did you have someone pushing you in that direction? Was your family into it? Did you have friends who were interested in it?
Finland is generally very excited about motor racing. We have many champions in rally in Finland. We have 3 or 4 world champions in Formula One. So when I was a young kid, I already saw that way the sports was surrounded by either winter sports or the motor racing.
I see.
My parents really didn't push me to go for motor racing. Actually, my father was working very close to the motor racing track. And when I was really little kid, I went to his job because it was so interesting. And I heard the noises from the racetrack, and I went to have a look. And I said to my dad and my mother that I want to do motor racing. And if you say that many times. They cannot say no. So and we went and I was testing a little go-kart when I was around 6 years old, and I liked it. My family liked it, and we continued doing that until my parents saw that, wait, hold on a second, this young boy is good. He has a talent, and they started really making big effort and investing a lot of money there, and it worked out really well. But they never didn't push me to go, and I think whatever you do in life, it has to be fun. Yeah. Then you can become good, and you have to be motivated what you do.
It's funny you use fun because, you know, most people look at Mika Hakkinen and think he's the most serious guy. He looks at you and he's just, you know, stares through you. But you're saying fun is most important, especially when you're a kid. Yeah,
I mean, I have okay. If we go back to school, it's not fun. It's very challenging, especially my time. And I think it's important to when you are young to get the motivation and the fun in the sport. And I have 3 children and 2 of them are in school, and I have seen great development all the way through the years, how they found motivation and excitement of the school, and through that they getting good results. And it's the same in my racing. That was when you're young, you need to have fun.
Okay, we're going to get to your children in a short while, but let's go back to when you were in school. I hear you were training as an acrobat in a circus.
Yeah.
What was that about?
Well, everything started quite a strange way. When I was doing karting, I started 6. So around when I was 10 years old, my uncle built me a unicycle, one-wheel bike, and it was a huge one. I mean, the wheel was really big, and I used to go to school with that. I was really fast one, except it didn't have brakes. But the director of the school, I was sitting in a class. I remember I was in a history class sitting there, and I hear from the loudspeaker from the director that way, Mr. Hakkinen. Well, I didn't say Mr. Hakkinen, but Hakkinen.
Hakkinen!
Come to the headmaster. I said, oh my God, what I have done. And I went to see him, and he said, like, you have to go to circus, man. You know, he said you have to go to circus. And I was looking like, okay, great idea. And actually, that's what I did. I went to Circus Finlandia for the school to study some acrobatics and riding a unicycle, do some tricks. But motor racing was taking too much time. The school was taking too much time, so I was not able to continue. And I don't think it was my thing. But that's how everything went for that direction.
So much more to talk about with Mika Hakkinen after the break.
Make them understand that way, if you have a failure or you cannot succeed in something, it doesn't mean it's the end of the world.